Welcome to part 5 of Busting the Myth of Midlife Crisis. Part 5 is called Community Matters. I offer you this photo of a wooded hillside just after sunrise. The trees each stand tall, yet they seem to be in council together. Trees find resistance to lashing storms when they stand strong and interwoven in the community of grove or forest. So far, we've been looking at you and where you might be in midlife, but none of us stands alone. Community plays an important role. In the Christian experience, early church was all about community. The community of domestic church, the community of believers gathering in homes for worship and fellowship. Christian community stood strong together during times of persecution. Early church also understood that not all the gifts are given to everyone. We need the whole body, as the Apostle Paul says. Our need for community keeps us humble, and our gifting impels us to share. Community also polishes our rough edges, the way river rocks tumble one against the other in the currents. And I think of the light also within each of us, pointing the way when the night is dark. You do not live in a vacuum. Community will stretch you, challenge you, support you, encourage you, and call you out of the small and comfortable spaces which have held you. Community will accompany you, instruct you, prepare you for all the necessary steps along your journey. Beyond church, community also is found in the societal networks which hold us and bind us together. So you can ask yourself, what role does a religious or spiritual community play in my life? Second, ask yourself, how do I engage in the larger community of society, perhaps in my town or my region? And third, ask yourself, what intentional communities support me and call forth my greater contributions? Here's the takeaway. Your life is not lived in a vacuum. We need each other, whether we know each other or not. Community reminds us that life is big enough to hold us exactly where we are, with all our ambitions and all our fragile parts. Community is forgiving and compassionate. Community offers the balm of laughter and inclusion back into the circle of the wounded, the scarred, the resilient, and the strong. Community calls forth from us more than we knew we had. Community mentors us into mature adulthood. In short, community matters. Our final session reveals what really busts the myth of midlife crisis. Join me.